Ready?
Hey, Maria.
Lisa, we're back so soon.
We're back. And I think this is it for our first day one, which has been really fantastic. So
It has been.
Connect House, Chicago, we have met it's the Technology Sourcing 2025 event. We have met so many really cool, smart people.
Really cool people.
This is really fun. So we have another really cool, smart person waiting to talk to us. I've just met him, and I'm going to introduce you to him like I know him already, because that's what I like to do. So I'd like to introduce you to Maria, to Shardule Shah.
Hello, Shardule. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, good.
Veritas.
AI.
Yeah.
Veritas AI. So really great. Bring your mic up for you, and it's just, we want to hear your words.
Sure.
All right. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Tell us a little bit about you. Where do you come from? Like, where's Veritas? I haven't heard of them.
Yes.
Well, we just started up about a couple months ago.
Okay.
And prior to that, I was the former vice president of Abbott Diabetes Care for procurement. They make continuous glucose monitors.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
So I was doing that for about 8 years. Worked at Abbott for a total of 10. I've got about 25 years of experience in procurement.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great. And then you're going to say that you got the AI bug.
I got the AI bug. I got the AI bug. I decided to take some time off to see your head's not very clear when you're working in a corporate job.
Yeah,
that is
it's very
correct.
focused on what the corporation needs to get done.
Very.
Take a time to exit a little bit, and you can see that the procurement and sourcing world has changed dramatically. And it's moving at a speed and a velocity that, frankly speaking, I'm happy I had the time to take a look at. Slow down and take a look at it.
That's great. That's great. So tell us what Veritas does. What is it?
Yeah.
What's it solving for?
So Veritas AI is actually, what you're going to see here at Connect House this week is a lot of indirect procurement, meaning it's a lot of IT spend, it's marketing spend, it's the spend basically that doesn't touch the finished good product if you're in a manufacturing firm. And what myself and my co-founder developed is a bill of material visibility tool. And the bill of material is really important because that's what goes into what you buy on a manufactured basis. It could be your telephone, it could be this camera we're talking to, it could be the microphone. And having visibility to that bill of materials, especially if you're in MedTech or in other critical industries, it's really important because your revenue depends on where is that piece of equipment or component sitting. Is it in your factory, or is it on its way to the factory, and will that be disrupted?
Wow. You're feeding. I know. Sorry. Got bit by the AI bug. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to get in front of where I think I think you're going to answer. Why don't I just ask the question? Where's your data coming from, and how are you teaching the AI what to look at? What's the business case that built it? Does that question make sense?
A lot of sense.
Okay.
Thank you.
You bet.
There's 3 levels of intelligence that a lot of supply chain take a look at. You have your internal intelligence, could be your suppliers, could be the contracts, could be the number of units, could be actually the bill of material that the engineers built up. You have 4 parts of this intelligence. You have your PLM, your product lifecycle management, you've got your MRP, you've got your ERP, and then you've got your CLM. So these four parts come together and give you your internal intelligence. Hopefully it's holding something, and most of the time it is. It's really good intelligence. Then the second piece of this intelligence is what your suppliers are willing to share with you. Now, this is a bit of SRM. How can you go back and forth to get that data? But hopefully also your relationships are strong enough that your suppliers actually begin to participate in probably some classic stuff like e-sourcing, but other ways to centralize the data to make that a second level of intelligence.
More than a catalog, though.
More than a catalog. It could be specific to your resin. It could be specific to your electronic component. It could be specific to your printed circuit board, because Apple is not using all the same stuff as Samsung.
Sure.
But there are some stuff that they probably are using that's the same, coming from
yes.
a Murata or coming from a Seiko or something like this.
Okay.
Epson, and I'm talking more electronics, but also resin. They're using polycarbonate, titanium, some metals, etc. The third level of intelligence is actually what's available on I'll call it the World Wide Web, but what's available out there. And those 3 levels of intelligence can give you a lot of information, a lot of ways to really help you plan, maybe see real-time end of life, which is really important because if a component changes, then you need to go requalify your systems, do design verification testing. IQ, OQ, PQs on the line. It can give you real-time lead time changes. That's what our tool does. So you may not have market shortages because you want to make sure you can fulfill. So if something all of a sudden is going to take longer to get there, you want to know that immediately so that your build plan can be adjusted and that your revenue can be matching up with your build plan.
From a risk perspective or from a process change perspective?
I'd say it's from a risk perspective.
Okay.
Yeah. What I'm looking at is not always savings. That's a big part of it.
Sure.
Right? Because you can see real-time price changes. And of course, the suppliers might have to be prompted or incented to come in and give you new updated pricing. But I also think it's also from a revenue protection standpoint. A lot of these companies, maybe not all of them, I know automotive would argue, but a lot of these companies make a pretty good gross margin, maybe 25, 30%, maybe life sciences 50, 60, 70%. I think it's more important that they have a way to recover the revenue that they lost versus only having savings.
Right.
Right, because $10 million in lost revenue is $7 million in lost cash.
Right.
So who are the clients? Who are you don't have to give names. Is it the health industry? Is it government? Who are your clients?
Definitely, no offense to the government, but definitely not the government. But life sciences, I think life sciences, especially the medical technology sector of life sciences, not pharmaceuticals so much, although they are starting to get into drug delivery. They are now getting and dabbling more into ways to deliver their product to consumers. But definitely for sure it's more MedTech. Think about continuous glucose monitors, think about insulin pumps, think about cardiovascular, electrophysiology, heart failure, neuromodulation. These companies are heavily reliant on technologies that were designed 5, 7, 8, 9 years ago. Their visibility is what they have in their PLM. Their PLM doesn't talk to them. Procurement is trying to tell them you've got risk. Engineers are saying, you tell me what risk I have because I need to go requalify. It's going to take me 1 year to requalify this.
Right.
And we need to go tell the FDA or BSI. There's a lot of people having to talk to each other. And frankly speaking, I think the companies do a pretty darn good job of it. I'm not going to say they do a bad job of it, but there's a lot of time spent to make on people's jobs. 60, 70% of their time is just to collect the data.
And manage that lead time.
Manage it.
Yeah.
And then that content that they generate, maybe they use 5 or 6%.
Right.
So they're definitely fighting a lot of fires.
So they're only using 5-6% unless they need to use 90%.
That's right. And then all their priorities get shifted.
Right. So the fear of not having 100% of the data
makes them very reactionary.
Right.
But what I would like to help them do is be proactionary.
Proactive. Okay.
Right. No, that sounds.
So
it sounds perfect.
no, you mentioned pharmaceuticals were not as much. Why was that?
I think the APIs and excipients market, which really feeds into pharmaceuticals, and outside of that, it's going to be your leaflets, your labels, your cartons. I don't think there's risk in those supply chains. There's no doubt about it. I'm not going to diminish that. It's just it's less available. It's not like you're sitting there on a bunch of data. There's a lot of proprietary data there. Okay. And I think a lot of people are going to protect that, and they have a pretty good handle on their direct procurement. It's pretty well organized, I would say. I think some of my counterparts would probably argue with me on that, but I think for the most part, it's well known. You know exactly where in China you're getting certain APIs and excipients. You know exactly what are the proteins that go into your flu vaccine. You know this because you're very dependent on it. You're already single sourced. You might be dual sourced. On electronics, you could be all over the place. You could get batteries, silver oxide batteries, lithium batteries. You can get capacitors, transducers, and things are changing. As the world becomes more electrified, we saw that during the pandemic. I think it's backed off, but I think there's still a lot of danger zones, a lot of hidden zones there, and I think the technologies aren't always well visible as well as they could be.
You know, it's interesting. I'm actually thinking about your product, and I'm thinking I could envision a moment where I would make that as a requirement for my supplier. It wouldn't mean that I wouldn't want it, so I don't want you to hear that, right? But it behooves me that my supplier of my raw material actually manage the lead time for them, because I'm actually able to impose that and manage and monitor their lead. I don't know if that made sense.
Yeah, that could be kind of difficult because a lot of the stuff comes off of 1 line or 2 lines or 3 lines. Those suppliers, what could happen is that you're getting a better trend data of what the average lead time has been,
Yeah.
and what you could actually maybe do to pull in against that on a supply chain standpoint, if you want to keep less inventory. From that standpoint, it's definitely a planning side. Most planning tools like Kinaxis and everything is basically SKU level out to the market.
Right.
I'm not saying I'm a planning tool, I'm a visibility tool that allows us to see SKU going back to how it's manufactured, to finished good. And so the lead times will always still probably be a supplier.
I'm sorry, going back to finished goods, so you are talking about the multiple tier.
I'm talking about the multiple tier going back.
Going backwards.
Yeah. So if it's an injection molded part, it could be the resin.
Right.
It could be, if it's a metal part with plastic, it could be the metal and the plastic and the coating on the metal.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It could be a lot of things, and that sub-tier risk, absolutely. Thanks for clarifying that. You might have somebody that says they can make 100,000 pieces in 6 months, but their metal supplier might say, we can't do it for 9 months.
Right.
So now you're going to that 9 months. So I don't think we can impose it, but we can definitely get better visibility to it and begin to negotiate it.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I have not heard that yet. I have not heard this solution. And I think you're solving for something that just absolutely makes sense from the supply chain management perspective, that when we do the critical aspects of a solution, I think that's where it starts.
That's
and
great.
I'm really psyched to kind of take a look at your product.
Well, thank you.
You're demoing tomorrow?
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not. I have to go back to San Francisco for something else.
How do we demo? How do we look at your website? Tell us how to.
It's well, you can. So first of all, you can go to veritasai.com.
Okay.
veritasai.com. You can also you can reach out to us through there. You can do a demo with us. You can give us a sample parts list. We can run it through there, and we can see, hey, this is what we see as end of life or other types of risks. There might be tariff risks. There might be lead time risks. So we can do a very quick a viewpoint on that. You can also go to, we have a LinkedIn page, Veritas AI.
Okay.
Veritos AI. We're thinking about changing the name to knowyourbomb.com. Actually, that's not a bad one. Knowyourbomb.com. It's copyrighted. It's trademarked. And then I think we can go to, we can also reach out to myself, Shardule Shah.
Okay.
Just go to my LinkedIn page, and we can get you there.
Okay, because this is really, I think it is just such a response to a core issue. I love a focused solution, and I think that's really what we've heard today. So, Veritas AI, Shardule Shah, please reach out to him. Take a look at the offering. It sounds, we've heard a lot of things today, and again, there's a lot of procurement technology that is really solving for the supply chain up and down the supply chain. So this is one that really sounds interesting. I think we're going to call it a day, if I'm not mistaken.
We're certainly going to call it a day.
All right. So everybody, we will see you tomorrow morning.
Thank you so much for being here and sitting on the hot chair. Love your product.
Thank you.
And we'll be back
see you tomorrow.